storm rolling in? Be the first to know with News 3 Now First Warn Weather.
We're watching that next winter storm moving into the area as we speak. When does the snow begin to fall? I'll have the answer.
Right now, we're also helping you prepare for a stretch of some really cold weather. The steps you can take today before the cold sets in.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. I'm Leah Lynchine.
I'm Chris Stanford. It's a snow day for a lot of kiddos out there, and we have some really cold weather on the way. 9 alert days in the forecast, including today. We have team coverage this morning to help you get ready, so let's get right to Chris Reese in your First Warn forecast.
That's right. Travel delays are going to be a thing across the upper Midwest, not just this morning, but into the afternoon as well. Some of those could be on the moderate to extreme side as well. I was just watching a tweet out of Omaha, Nebraska, where the winds have begun to pick up. That weather is headed towards us as we start to move. I did retweet that if you want to go to Twitter and see it. Still expect upwards of moderate delays as we move into your evening today as well. Here's that storm system. We see the snow back throughout parts of Nebraska, but moisture is starting to move in from the south. As a result, watch out, the freezing rain and sleet has developed just back towards the south and west as we have gone through the morning. This will continue to overspread our area as we go through the next couple of hours, and now we're about, say, 30 to 45 minutes away from when I expect things to begin to reach the ground. I've been watching visibility around Platteville closely just to see if any of this has started to reach the ground yet. But again, freezing rain and sleet is how things start off. Then eventually we start to transition over to our snow once we get later in to the morning. Right now, some light precipitation showing up on radar over Madison. What you're seeing outside is likely more so a little bit of haze. And then you start to work your way towards Mount Horeb and then back towards Blue Mounds and into Iowa County. This is where things are starting to come down a little bit more heavily. That being said, if you live out towards western parts of Dane County, don't be surprised if you start to see the drops or the sleet pellets coming down at any moment. The airport has now updated, so you see the cloud cover out there, but we're going to be watching the humidity gradually begin to increase as we go throughout the morning. 34 in Janesville right now, so there's one spot that's above freezing, but most of us are around that freezing mark. So if it's rain that falls out of the sky, it freezes on impact. When it hits the ground, it creates that thin layer of ice, and that is not what we need, especially given that snow is coming in after that. 8:30, things begin to transition to snow for all of us. So we're going to watch it move in from 11 o'clock through about 1 or 2 o'clock. I expect that snow to fall at a rate of about 1 inch per hour, and then it'll be lighter snow after that as we begin to move into your dinner time. A broad brush of 3 to 6 inches of snow. It's going to be a very heavy, wet snow. There's a lot of water content to it, so if you don't shovel it this evening, it freezes overnight tonight as those overnight lows go down towards 9 degrees. Speaking of freeze, we're going into the deep freezer as we begin to move into next week. A true Arctic blast coming our way, not just Saturday through Tuesday, but really Saturday through all next week. That's why we have 8 more alert days in addition to the alert day that we have out there today. Oh, and if that's not enough, the Future Track is picking up on another chance to see accumulating snow Sunday and into Monday. So we're watching yet another possible system that could be coming our direction. Make sure you download the app, folks. I'll have the QR code up in just a bit. But in the meantime, that extended forecast is one that is cold. Lows below zero almost every day, other than today. Highs in the single digits.
All right, thanks, Chris. The cold on the back end of that snow will certainly drop us into a deep freeze for several days.
Oh yeah, right now is the time to protect your home's pipes from a deep freeze when those temperatures drop. Our Taylor Lazenby is live with what you can do to prepare your home. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, Leah, that's right. Good morning to you guys. We are talking about how to make sure your home is winterized ahead of the days coming up. And joining me now is Michael Shelton with Shelton Plumbing. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. So, Mike, just how are some ways that you can help prevent your pipes from freeze right now?
Right now, things that you're going to want to do is turn the temperature up in your house while the cold snap comes. You can also come over to a faucet that if you know that you maybe have a problem with it, you can turn it on just a little bit and really just let it slowly trickle out.
How long would you say leave it on for?
Well, this is kind of something that you can do for a long period of time, unfortunately, during this time, but moving water doesn't freeze, so it really helps. Open up cabinet doors underneath vanities and kitchen sinks. If there's a concern that they may freeze, it lets the heat of the room in.
Perfect. And then when's the best time to call you when we see our pipes have frozen?
Somebody has seen that they have a faucet that's not working, shower head, stuff like that, give us a call right away. We can come out, get it thawed out sooner than later. Freezes typically start off kind of mild, and then they build and expand and can do damage to the pipes. So the sooner you can get that taken care of, the better.
Perfect. Well, Mike, thank you so much. And guys, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to hear more from Mike about how to make sure your pipes don't freeze and you stay ahead during this winter time. Reporting live for News 3, I'm Taylor Lazenby.
Taylor, thank you very much. So as we brace for those cold temperatures, groups in the community are preparing to protect the city's most vulnerable. Madison's emergency shelter for men is loosening its restrictions, so no one gets turned away, even if they were previously suspended. Porchlight expects an increase in people staying, but they say they do have plenty of beds. At the same time, the group Catalyst for Change is talking with people who are sleeping outside and connecting them with supplies and hopefully some shelter.
Now it's coming out and saying, hey, do you know what the weather's like? So it's some educational. So making sure everyone's aware and consciously choosing to be out here, really, a little more forcefully trying to convince them that it's in their best interest and the safety concerns about staying out here.
So if you would like to help, Porchlight also accepts donations for warm clothes like jackets or boots.
Several southern Wisconsin communities have declared some snow emergencies. So far, that list includes Beloit, Lodi, Clinton, Marshall, Portage, Partyville, and Sun Prairie. We have specifics on each of those snow emergencies up right now at channel3000.com. Madison Streets Division, they are already planning to get the roads clear today. Plow trucks are going to be out on salt routes as needed once the snow starts to stick. Madison salt routes are the city's main thoroughfares and the roads used by Metro buses. City officials say this event will be challenging for snow removal because sub-zero temperatures will really cause that snow to harden up, making it difficult to shovel. So make sure you clear those sidewalks and driveways as soon as possible.
To our coronavirus headlines now. Cases around the state are up over the last 2 days, but still below the 7-day average. State health officials confirmed 1,100 new cases of the virus in the last day, including 14 new deaths. Nearly 30,000 people in Wisconsin have received their COVID vaccine in the past 24 hours. In all, around 2% of Wisconsin's total population has now received both shots. A new program is starting up today for seniors who need a ride to get their vaccine. If you are over the age of 65 and you don't have a ride, you can call Newbridge here in Madison to arrange one. This program is free and it's just for Dane County residents. It does not apply to seniors at assisted living facilities or nursing homes. To schedule a ride, call the number right there on your screen. That line will be open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4.
A growing concern about variants of the coronavirus come with a new warning from Dr. Anthony Fauci. He says even if you've already been infected with COVID-19, you may not be fully protected from the latest mutations. Health experts say it's as important as ever to get as many people vaccinated for the coronavirus as quickly as possible and to continue practicing social distancing and masking. Today, the Wisconsin Assembly plans to vote on ending the state's mask mandate. The move will send the question back to the state Senate, which could then vote to repeal the order. The Assembly delayed a vote last week amid concerns the state would lose $50 million in federal money. Speaker Robin Vos says that the Assembly will pass a fix for that problem and a resolution repealing the mask order. Governor Evers and health officials across the state oppose the repeal.
Jobless Americans missed out on billions of dollars of benefits last month. The Century Foundation found that the unemployed were left waiting for $17 billion in benefits in January because the COVID relief bill wasn't finalized until the end of December. The package is set to start expiring in mid-March. Without a new bill before then, people could see another break in payments. While those benefits are retroactive, that won't help people who are struggling to make their payments right now. On Capitol Hill this morning, Democrats are taking steps to pass a $1.9 trillion relief bill without any Republican support. President Biden says he's confident Republicans will back his plan, though several Republican leaders have indicated they will not. A group of 10 Republicans did offer a $618 billion plan, but Democrats say that's not enough. The president says he is willing to narrow the group of Americans receiving a stimulus check, but doesn't want to lower the amount of $1,400.
The Secretary of Defense ordering a staggered pause of operations across the military for commanders to review the handling of extremism in the armed forces. Secretary Lloyd Austin says commanders need to have discussions with service members over the next 60 days. Concerns about extremism in the military spiked after the January 6th Capitol riot. Wisconsin prosecutors are asking a judge to issue a new arrest warrant for Kyle Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse, of course, the 18-year-old accused of shooting 3 protesters in Kenosha this summer, 2 of them fatally. Prosecutors have filed a motion alleging Rittenhouse violated his bond after he failed to inform them that he moved. That prevents the court from effectively monitoring his whereabouts. The motion also asked the judge to issue an arrest warrant and increase his bail by $200,000.
Administrators at a high school near Appleton are rejecting any connection to a controversial post inviting students to join a white club. An Instagram account shared the invitation earlier this week, asking students at Kimberly High School to attend. It also invited, quote, all genders, but preferably not women. Students who saw the account immediately went to the principal. She is condemning the post and says no such group exists. The post itself was removed a short time after it was found. Okay, 6:10 on your Thursday. Still ahead, Chris Reese continuing to keep us up to date on any changes to that forecast. It's going to start with some sleet and freezing rain this morning. He's up next.
And we're live in the 608 this morning. We have laced up the skates and we're at Tenney Park. Coming up, we're going to meet the guy that's behind some magic here for many, many years. That's when we come back. Stick around.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Finding the perfect pillow can be overwhelming. So many cheap pillows out there. Are you really getting the quality and support you need for a great night's sleep? That's why Denver Mattress turned to a neurosurgeon.
I've been recommending Doctor's Choice for 20 years. And while finding a great mattress is important to a healthy, restorative sleep, you also need the right pillow. The Doctor's Choice pillow by Denver Mattress is the only pillow that I use and recommend to my patients.
So follow the doctor's orders with the Doctor's Choice pillow. Packed with hypoallergenic down alternative microfiber and made in the USA at our very own Denver Mattress Factory, the Doctor's Choice pillow provides the ultimate neck-riddling comfort and support. And for a limited time, when you buy 1 Doctor's Choice jumbo pillow, you get the second free. That's right, 2 pillows for only $69.99 plus free shipping. And every pillow comes with our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Shop in-store or online and get your Doctor's Choice pillow today. But hurry, this offer won't last.
Get more for your kitchen now at the Brothers Main Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale. We want you to absolutely love your new kitchen, so you'll get big, big savings on the latest incredible products from GE and our risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee. We want you to be 100% satisfied every time. That's why we're the More Store. The Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale with more selection, more savings, and more kitchen. Now at the Brothers Main, your local store for more since 1938.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game, so you better bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, get $1,500 customer cash on a new 2021 Highlander Hybrid. Visit Toyota.com to learn more. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids. Radar's looking rather mean this morning as our next winter storm begins to move in to the picture. But here's the deal. We have a little bit of dry air out in place, so not all of this is reaching the ground right now. Here's a live look at Platteville. If I go back to the radar, you'll see that things look rather active in Platteville, but our live look in Platteville shows you that things look rather quiet at the moment. It's only a matter of time before things begin to make it to the ground. We're still dry here in Madison too. Winds are out of the south at 15 miles per hour. That southerly wind is adding more and more moisture to our atmosphere, but this is the reason for our alert day that starts today. It's going to go through tomorrow morning. 3 to 6 inches of snow. And then with the storm being progressive in nature, that may be a little bit on the lower end, and then we're going to see light ice accumulation as well. Then it's all about the snow that we're expecting into the weekend. This is where we're going to have alert days 2 through 9. It is all about the cold this weekend. Check out some of these wind chills. This is tomorrow morning. Wind chills will be around 15 degrees below zero. During the day, our wind chills are well below zero at that. Now Saturday morning, 20 degrees below zero or so for those wind chills. And into Sunday morning, we're approaching 40 degrees below zero. When it comes to the wind chill, the cold is certainly here to stay. Get our app. Take out your phone, pull up the camera, and scan the QR code. You can download that Channel 3000 weather app immediately. It takes you where you need to go. I have an update that I just put on the app about 5 minutes ago. I have another update that's coming up around 7 o'clock. We will be updating this app all day long, but also it has interactive radar, so you can pull up the app and you can track the radar with us, see what's coming your way, how long things are going to be. And then sometimes we will send out push notifications specifically to your location. So not everyone gets the same thing every time. Sometimes someone else is getting impacted by something. We can take this app, we can geo-target it to your specific location and alert you, so that not everyone sees everything. But download this app, lots of good tools in there as we track this storm.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. 6:16 now. Life in the 608 depends on how you live it.
We know Wisconsin winters can be brutal, especially if you don't like being outside in all the elements.
But for one area man, it's what he's made a career out of. In the 608 this morning, Josh Breiter is live at Tenney Park. Good morning, Josh. Skating like a pro out there.
Good morning, guys. We are having so much fun out here on Tenney Park this morning. Woo! It is a great morning to be outside right before the snow. Of course, as you mentioned, we are at the Tenney Park skating rink. Madisonians love to take advantage of all things here in the city parks across this beautiful capital city. But there's one guy here that's been making this skating rink happen for more than 3 decades, and I learned pretty quickly he's quite the character.
Okay.
This is Warren Lyerly, but everyone calls him Junior. You'll see the Madison native most days at Tenney Park.
I enjoy what I do and I love what I do.
In the winter, that means tending to the ice rinks. And if you think this is an easy job,
I've fallen through right out here, never touched bottom.
Think again.
It's a kind of a nerve-wracking thing, but the days go by real fast and it's really rewarding at the end of the day.
He's worked for the city of Madison for more than 32 years, most of that time with the Parks Division. Junior says it's the camaraderie with his fellow workers that keeps him coming back.
When they're getting at me, they call me the Ice Whisperer. You know, this is a great group of guys. We've been together for a long time.
When I asked him what kinds of jobs he does, I should have asked him what he doesn't do. This man is all over, right alongside the others.
A lot of guys are from the north side, are hockey players, the sports. They love being out in the parks, and they do take this to heart, so we do the best we can.
Junior tells me he can't help but smile at the end of the day as he drives by, seeing all of the skaters taking advantage of what living in the 608 has to offer.
We always get stopped and people giving us a thumbs up and telling that they appreciate what we do. Keeps us motivated.
And out here live at Tenney Park this morning, of course, I'm the only one out here on skates. Photographer Mark Schilling, he wasn't quite brave enough to put the skates on today. We had him on the snowshoes yesterday, but today's a little different when we've got a big camera like that. A couple of the guys just showed up. They are actually working on the hockey rink so far, but days like this, obviously, when there's snow coming, they kind of have to pivot and work on other things. But on most days, including today, Tenney Park skating rink is open, and today's actually one of the days they have the rentals available. Wednesday through Sunday, they have rentals available for just a small fee here at Tenney Park. There are a couple of rules, including this mask. Some of you probably wondering why I'm having a mask on outside. Well, that's one of the things they ask for, and they also have some other stuff. We're going to talk about that coming up at 6:30 and how you can kind of take advantage of some of The best of Wisconsin winters, guys. It's been many years since I've had the hockey skates on. Of course, you know I'm a Minnesota boy. I grew up in a hockey family, but I was a little nervous this morning, but so far, no falls, no twisted ankles or anything like that. Oh, now I probably just jinxed myself.
So Zach's family got me ice skates for Christmas. I don't know what you're doing later, Josh, but you want to show me a thing or two?
Hey, let's do it. I'm guessing that these rinks are going to be quite busy today with that snow day here in Madison, especially before all of that snow falls down. They're going to be busy here, of course, clearing all that snow so everyone can take advantage of that.
Oh, perfect day for it. Thanks, Josh.
So remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media, or he has a new email, in the 608 at wisctv.com. Shoot him an email for a chance to be featured.
Well, the Winter Carnival at the Wisconsin Union is switching up its schedule because of the weather. A lot of activities are still able to go on as planned, but there are some being postponed. The Ice Fishing Derby, Night Snowshoe Hike, and the Curling Tournament, those are just a few of the events affected. The Union has not announced a new date or time for these events. Only one event does have a new date. That's the Avalanche Awareness Workshop, which is now set for the 10th. Kites on Mendota and the sledding event are both canceled and will not be rescheduled. Local organizations and religious groups are also issuing some cancellations for weather. The Goodman Center here in Madison will be closed today. 2 child care centers in the city, Orchard Ridge and Playing Field, those are also going to be closed. In Monroe, Greene County is closing its COVID testing site today as well. We have a full list of all the cancellations and delays, school closings, and those organizations that are closing out today, all on our website, channel3000.com.
Okay, so coming up after the break, a little good news on your Friday Eve. We're taking a peek at how the elderly in one nursing home are staying fit.
And coming up in our next half hour, a new effort to make outdoor activities more accessible, inclusive, and affordable. Stay with us.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
3 days only, shop the biggest appliance sale of the year at Grand Appliance. Save on early President's Day price drops combined with grand exclusive rebates worth up to $700 off top appliance brands. Get unbeatable deals like this Frigidaire 4-piece stainless steel package for just $16.88 after rebate, February 4th, 5th, and 6th, exclusively at Grand Appliance. Shop grandappliance.com or a store near you. Grand Appliance and TV, trusted since 1930.
You ever think Pac-Man gets tired of eating these same little dots? I can get any 3 toppings on my large pizza for just $10. Pepperoni, sausage, bacon, the $10 tastemaker, only from Pizza Hut. I think I'm about to out-pizza the Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2021. Get ready to nominate your favorites online for Best of Madison in over 140 categories. Nominations open February 1st. Learn more at madisonmagazine.com.
It's time for the Great American Sales Event at your local Ford store. Celebrate with FlexBuy. Get 0% APR for 66 months plus $1,000 President's Day cash on top of other offers on select SUVs. With deals on America's best-selling brand, now's a great time to buy. Hurry in or shop online before February 15th. Get FlexBuy on a 2020 Escape with 0% APR for 66 months. And with President's Day cash, get a total $3,000 cash back. Celebrate now during the Great American Sales Event.
How do I get you Bob's discount on such great quality furniture? I build personal relationships with my suppliers.
Thanks for coming to my kid's school play, Bob.
Stop lying, Pinocchio. You're a bad boy.
I've been thinking. I'll give you that deal on extendable dining sets.
I just want to be a real boy.
Get Bob's discount! Only at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Frank Construction can always help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks and air pathways in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and cutting-edge insulation techniques, you'll be sure that your home will be warm and energy efficient for many years to come. Visit frankconstruction.com today and prepare your home for the long winter.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Thanks, Jolene, for sending in this lovely picture. You see the steam going on back there?
Ooh.
Gorgeous. Nice little angle to go along with it, with the sunrise.
Hey, Chris, do you know where Jolene is from?
I do not. Where's Jolene?
Highland.
Close. Southwest Wisconsin. Close enough to Highland. Muscadet, I believe.
Oh, Muscadet, huh?
Muscadet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, is it bad that I saw that and thought of a hot spring?
Oh.
Yeah, we know that that is just pure ice, right?
We're going to be longing for a hot spring.
Oh, my goodness.
In about 24 hours. It's really going to come down, huh? So thanks, Jolene, again. For sending in your picture. Show us what your morning looks like, folks. Just use the hashtag MyNews3Morning. We'll show our favorites on the air.
So that didn't pick you up on this almost Friday? This story sure will. Social media delivering a pretty cute story to us this morning. Take a look. Chris, are you going to start singing for me?
No, I'll spare the viewers.
That's a Chris Reese request right there. I know he'd sing.
No. No,
Okay.
not this early.
Fine, fine. Okay. We
Looks
found
like
this
fun.
video on Instagram this week. Residents at Green Country Village Senior Living are getting their groove on with a workout class to the tune of Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. It's a bi-weekly drums exercise class. This video, by the way, has 30 million views online.
You think they have any openings?
I don't know if you could keep up with them, Chris.
It'd be fun, though. I'd try.
Certainly puts my workout routine to shame.
This is my speed. This is my kind of speed for a workout.
Yeah, we're all going to be working out a little bit with the shovels this week, Chris Reese.
Yeah, you all were making fun of me on Twitter, but I'm going to say it. The radar is mean this morning. So that's gotten some traction. The radar looks a little mean, but the bark right now is worse than the actual bite. Not all of this is making it to the ground, but of course we're going to be keeping a very close eye on what I expect to start out as freezing rain and sleet before we go over to snow. Of course, we're going to be timing that out here at the top of the half hour.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this Valentine's Day, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. So this Valentine's Day, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Wipe the slate clean for 2020 and start on a lasting career at Herzing University. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. A new year, a new career. It's possible. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
We're watching that next winter storm moving in as we speak, and just in, precipitation is starting to reach the ground in parts of southern Wisconsin. I'll tell you where in the first warn forecast.
And with the colder temperatures coming in, you want to make sure your home is prepared as well. We have advice from a local plumber that's coming up next. Our team coverage starts right now.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Stanford.
I'm Leah Lynchide. A long stretch of freezing weather is going to roll in later today. First, though, some freezing rain and snow. We have team coverage to help you prepare. Let's start with Chris Reese right away, tracking 9 alert days to come, Chris.
Yes, 9 alert days, and the first one arrives today. That is for our next winter storm, getting ready to move into the picture. I've been watching radar light up all morning long when focus is going to be on southwestern Wisconsin here in just a moment. But we've got winter storm warnings for northeastern Wisconsin, winter storm warnings towards the south and west, blizzard warnings over parts of Iowa. That has not as much to do with snowfall amount, but a lot more to do with just how windy things are going to get. Here throughout southern Wisconsin, it is winter weather advisories for all of us. Yes, we were under the winter storm watch yesterday, but this time the reason for the advisory is simply because it does not look as windy. Instead of 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts, it's now 30 to 35. So that brings us back down to the winter weather advisory criteria, but still widespread 3 to 6 inches of snow from a progressive system. So it's going to move through here quickly, and light ice accumulation is also possible. Yesterday I made you the promise that this storm would be on the maps, and here we are. I also told you things would likely start out as a mixture of freezing rain and sleet. We're starting to see that develop, especially towards the south and west. In Dane County, don't be surprised if a couple of drops are starting to make it towards the ground, but I want to show you in Platteville, this is their sky camera, and things are turning wet right now. A couple of drops on their sky camera, so the freezing rain and sleet has begun to reach the ground towards the south and west, though things are still dry for us at the moment. 30 is our temperature. Winds are out of the south at 15. That increases the moisture, so watch the humidity continue to move up as we go through time. 34 in Janesville, 31 in Monroe, Mineral Point coming in at 32. Let's take you hour by hour. This is now 6:30, right around the time that I expected things to start to make it towards the ground. We're seeing that happen towards the south and west. By 8:30, things are changing over to snow. This is going to become a period of heavy snow briefly, but still it's going to come down for a couple of hours at rates of around 1 inch per hour before things begin to taper off as we start to move towards your dinner time. Make sure that you shovel this 3 to 6 inches tonight, because as lows fall down towards about 9 tonight, it's going to turn everything into concrete. The cold air, it's going to be here as we start to move into the weekend, but also towards next week. We're talking a week or so in the deep freezer with this cold air influencing the northern part of the country. Try not to scream, but watch this. This is the wind chills we start to move into your Friday morning, around 24 below zero. Wind chills stay below zero as we move throughout the day, but by Sunday morning, wind chills could be downright cold and dangerous. So we want to watch that very closely. Download the app, folks. We can track all these alert days together. Here in our next weather segment, I will have a QR code ready so that you can just scan the screen with your phone camera and download that app. So get your phones ready. Here in about 10 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes or so, I'll have that QR code ready for us.
Doesn't get any easier than that. Thanks, Chris. While the snow is pushing roughly 90 schools now to close their buildings today, some are switching to virtual learning. Others, like Madison schools, they've closed buildings and canceled virtual learning. You can see the closures scrolling across the bottom of your screen. We have an updated list at channel3000.com as well.
This weather isn't just dangerous for you. It could do some damage to your home, too. One of the best ways ways to do that is to avoid frozen pipes. The average insurance claim for that in Wisconsin runs you around $18,000. Taylor Lazenby is live this morning with the local plumber with some tips for how to prepare today. Hi, Taylor.
Hi guys, good morning. That's right. We have been talking with Mike Sheldon with Sheldon Plumbing from Verona all morning long, and Mike has been telling us just some ways to make sure your pipes are not frozen. So Mike, for the common homeowner, how will they know if their pipes are frozen?
The biggest clue would be is if they go to use a faucet and there's no water coming out of it, there's something wrong.
Now, when we talked about the water and ways to combat that, just what are some tips to make sure that your water is still running so the pipes don't freeze?
So yeah, you're going to want to go to all the faucets, toilets, use them, flush them, turn them on, and just make sure that they're operating properly while the cold weather hits.
Should you do that about twice a day, or what would you recommend?
The biggest time is in the evening when obviously the coldest weather comes too. It's kind of hard, we're sleeping, but if you have a concern or even have history that this can happen to you, you would just want to be more aware of it now as we head into the cold weather.
Perfect.
Run those faucets, flush those toilets.
Of course. And then just when to give you a call. When's the best time to give you a call?
As soon as somebody knows that they have a problem and that they're struggling, possibly trying to get it fixed themselves, the better, or the sooner we get there is the better. Could cost a lot if it was too late and things freeze and break.
Perfect. Well, Mike, thank you so much, and we appreciate you joining us this morning. And guys, to get more of those tips that Mike has been sharing with us, you can log on to our website at channel3000.com. For News 3, I'm Taylor Lazenby.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. So if you haven't already downloaded our weather app, here's a reminder to do so. Head on over to your phone's app store. It's available on Android and iPhone. It's available for free right now.
And also some tips to protect your home there as well. Another reminder to get that app, folks. That QR code that Chris Reese put together is coming up here in just a moment. The Wisconsin Assembly plans to vote today to end the state's mask mandate. It'll have to go through one more hoop, though, before it becomes official. It'll have to pass through the Senate once again. The back and forth comes after the Senate voted last week to repeal Governor Evers' emergency order. The Assembly had delayed its vote amid the concerns that the state could lose out on $50 million in federal money. Speaker Alvin Voss says the Assembly will pass a fix for that problem separately from the mask repeal. The CDC says wearing a mask is one of the most effective ways to slow the spread of the virus. 50 healthcare groups have come out against the move to repeal. Now, this all comes as Wisconsin sees an bit of an increase in newly confirmed cases. Good news, though, those numbers are still below the 7-day average. Roughly 17,000 people have active cases of the virus this morning. We are just below our weekly average for vaccinations. In all, roughly 2% of Wisconsin's total population has gotten both doses of the vaccine. Fewer than 20% of the state's ordered doses are on the way to replenish the supply.
As COVID vaccines roll out, health officials are working to make sure the shots are available to everyone, no matter where you live. That can be tricky since Wisconsin is a mix of urban and rural areas. Dane County faces different challenges, like a larger population to vaccinate than, say, Sauk County.
I think the biggest thing for us is resources. You know, we do not have the amount of resources that a bigger urban population would have.
And what works for us here in Dane County might not work for, a more rural health department.
Coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 10, Madeline O'Neill lays out the unique challenges in rural and urban areas, what's holding everyone back, and how health officials are working to make your vaccination experience the same, no matter where you get your shot.
We're following a new study this morning showing rapid COVID testing can cut infections in half at some schools. The Rockefeller Foundation partnered with HHS to do the study. It found the rapid test could cut infections by 50% in high schools and by 35% in primary schools. Testing included students, teachers, and staff. Now, researchers note that social distancing, well, that reduced transmission in the study by as much as 88%, which makes it a lot more effective than testing. It also notes when everyone wears a mask, infections are cut by 40%.
A local organization is celebrating Black History Month by making sure outdoor activities are inclusive and accessible. The Hoofers Council is a group of UW-Madison students and community members. This year, the group is focusing on breaking down systemic barriers. Organizers say the goal is to make outdoor events less daunting and more affordable.
As a predominantly white institution that is working to become more inclusive and more accessible is really celebrating the identities that aren't always represented, because if you only celebrate the ones that are represented, no one else will feel welcome.
Hoofers is working on a grant program to allow anyone to join, regardless of their financial standing. The organization was planning on attending the Winter Carnival, but events have been postponed due to the cold weather. Speaking of cold weather, lots going on for Mr. Chris Reese today. He's monitoring that freezing rain that will hit us this morning, plus some snow to come later, and then another 8 alert days in the forecast after today. He's keeping us updated all morning long.
And we're live in the 608 talking about one of my favorite wintertime activities. We're at Tenny Park with a unique story of a character that puts all of this together every year and how you can take advantage of it. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We thank you for that, and we'll be right back.
Madison's biggest President's Day appliance sale starts now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Get guaranteed delivery in 5 days or less on in-stock appliances, including special doorbusters like these. And no interest financing for 18 months at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick 'n Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick 'n Save. Fresh for everyone.
Every year, thousands of Wisconsin residents make the difficult choice between eating or heating their home. So please join News 3 Now and support a week of warmth, benefiting the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. 90 cents of every dollar donated is used to help those in crisis. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the need is now greater than ever. Give the gift of warmth. For more information, visit kwwf.org. Week of Warmth, sponsored by Viridian Homes.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? And who decides what's right? Is it right for an insurance adjuster to try to get you to settle for less than you deserve? Is it right to let victims struggle to pay their medical bills? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. It means doing what's right for you. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Carrier has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable this winter without burning your budget. With smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. And Carrier energy-efficient systems can help reduce utility bills without sacrificing comfort. For more complete comfort and greater peace of mind, turn to your Carrier expert.
Harker Heating and
The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin starts now at Ashley Home Store. Get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. Ashley Home Store.
Waiting for your turn to receive the COVID vaccine? Where you live may be as crucial as the vaccination phase you fall into.
I think there's pros and cons to being in an urban area versus a rural area.
News 3 Now explains why. Tonight at 10. You make plans, what to wear, where to go, when to go, what to bring. And then the weather changes everything. Let News 3 Now First Warn Weather prepare you for what's coming. First, fast, and accurately, so you can plan your life.
Welcome back, everyone. The Madison area has plenty of options when it comes to wintertime activities.
And that means there are a lot of people behind the scenes making all of those fun memories happen. In the 608 this morning, Josh Breiter is live at Tenny Park in Madison with One Man Story. Josh, this is one of my favorite places to be. Looks like you're having fun, too.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, we're always having fun here, of course, on News 3 Now this morning, but this morning's extra special for me. I strapped the skates on after many, many years. I used to play hockey as a kid, so this is kind of bringing back some childhood fun. You know, many people take advantage of this wintertime activity here in Madison, and I had a chance to actually meet one of the guys that's behind getting all of this ready every year. He's quite the character. His name is Junior. That's what everyone calls him here, and he's been to the city of Madison for more than 3 decades. He and his guys are out here for hours upon hours every single day to make sure the ice and surrounding areas are ready to go come skating time and safe for you.
Everybody's always here to help, and that's what makes it easy to come to work. We get a lot of compliments for the ice, and we appreciate that, and that's what keeps everybody motivated.
Now, some of the guys are actually out here working so far this morning, guys. You know, one of the cool things that we've got here is there's the rentals available. There's the warming center here where you can actually go in and get them. There are some protocols that are going to be a little bit different this year. You do have to wear a mask. The restrooms are available, but with limited capacity, and everything is out here, and a lot of it is free to the public. So back out here live this morning, there's actually a few guys that are out here working on the hockey rink at this hour. You can see there's a little bit of snow just from the people that were skating here last night. Every day those guys get out here around this time to start working on the ice and getting it ready for later in the day. Obviously today being a snow day, sometimes they have to kind of pivot and help with clearing that snow. But I would imagine that there's going to be a lot of people out here with Madison having a snow day today, taking advantage of the ice here later on. We've got all the information on the ice times and also the rental prices up right now on channel3000.com, guys.
Great information. That's the place to be right now, especially before the snow gets too bad and it gets too cold. I mean, you're there at the perfect time, Josh.
Yeah, obviously we have the ice to ourselves because nobody is up like this early in the morning. But if you want to take advantage of it, come out here early before it gets crowded and just have, hey, look at this, the whole ice. You don't have to worry about running into anybody. I only have to run into Mark, but I'm staying away from him so I don't ruin the camera or step on his cable and go, clip us, and then we wouldn't be on TV.
There you go. Don't want to slice the cord.
I have to ask, Josh,
no, we don't want that.
Have you eaten it yet? Have you fallen?
So funny you mentioned. Mark is saying it was oh so close. Just about when you guys were taking me live, I actually tripped on a rut. And I'm not kidding you. It must have been about a half a second early. Otherwise, you guys would have seen me almost biff it. Other than that, it's been great out here this morning.
Oh, man, that would have been golden television right there. Okay, Josh, have fun. We'll see you in a bit.
All right, now, Chris Reese. Yeah, that snow is starting to fall in some parts of southern Wisconsin.
Yes, it is. From ice skating on the lakes to ice skating for some on the roads as freezing rain starts to come down, especially towards the south and west. Our live look at Platteville showed you where the camera was a little bit wet earlier. Now they're getting in on a little bit of a break, but things are reaching the ground just back towards our south and west. They're not reaching the ground for us yet in Madison, but we do have the cloud cover. Temperatures are right around 30 degrees, and our humidity is on the increase. That leads us to today's alert day. Today is alert day 1 of 9. That's due to the winter storm, the light ice accumulation. Days 2 through 9 are due to the cold that is coming our direction. How cold, you ask? Well, tomorrow morning wind chills will likely be in the teens below zero. Then we start to move into Saturday morning. They're in the 20s below zero. We move into Sunday. They're in the 30s to potentially 40s below zero. So the deep freeze is certainly moving our way. We're going to see that all the way into your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That being said, since there's so much to unpack, another snow chance trying to show up by the time we get you towards Monday as well, this is your opportunity to download the app. If you have your cameras ready, point them at the screen. Whatever smartphone you have, it'll automatically correct to the needed QR code, and it'll take you right to where you need to go to download that first Warrant weather app. Get on that, of course, and of course, if you don't have enough time to do it now, I'll have this up at the end of the sprint, at the end of this show. I'll give you another opportunity to get this app, but it's pretty cool, folks.
Chris is doing it.
Yeah, and my phone picks it up even from several feet away. Good stuff, Chris. So coming up, the morning sprint just after the break.
Stay with us, folks.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Madison's biggest President's Day appliance sale starts now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Get guaranteed delivery in 5 days or less on in-stock appliances, including special doorbusters like these. And no interest financing for 18 months at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
For the pets you love, well, you gotta get down to Mouse Pet Food Warehouse, where your toddler goes to help so many pets in town. Mouse Pet Food Warehouse. We raise money for farm animals in need. Shelter cats and police canines too. Mouse Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, including the world's best softener, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Surgenian's 91-year history means you pay $91 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad, your furniture moved, and your old carpet recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Ask about 18-month financing. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
The fact that group of law offices actually came to my home made a huge difference for me.
I felt assured that they would be able to turn things around for me and make me whole. And that's exactly what happened.
I really felt that my case was in the hands of a professional.
And it was a painless process.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Once you get past the initial shock of what happened, Gruber Law Offices will take you from there.
I like to move it. I like to move it.
Ready to move on from workouts like this? Now through February 11th, join Planet Fitness for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. With all this variety, you can move it in our clean and spacious clubs. And use the crowd meter in our app for the best time to visit, so you can work out with plenty of room to move. America, your fitness is essential. Join for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Deal ends February 11th.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
At U.S. Cellular, we're building a powerful 5G network that works without interruption in the places you wouldn't expect. And with every plan at U.S. Cellular, you get access to 5G at no additional charge. So no matter where you are, U.S. Cellular's network always keeps you connected in the places you need it most. At U.S. Cellular, all of our plans include 5G and get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. U.S. Cellular.
The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin starts now at Ashley Home Store. Get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. Ashley Home Store.
Before you make plans, download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app.
6:50, time for the morning sprint.
Let's start with Chris Reese tracking an alert day and some freezing rain and snow headed our way.
That's right. The alert day already turning mean this morning as the radar showing you where the freezing rain and sleet is starting to work its way into the picture. This is just the first surge of moisture coming in, and more that'll be filling in back from the south and west. We take you throughout the day, and we see how we get towards 8:30. That heavier snow starts to move in from the west. Through lunchtime and into the early afternoon, the snow likely comes down at 3/4 of an inch towards an inch per hour before things clear out later on this evening. A widespread 3 to 6 inches is expected. Because of the quick moving nature of this storm, my gut says to aim towards the lower end of that 3 to 6 inches, but nonetheless, it's an impactful event today that will create travel delays not only into the morning, but into the afternoon and evening as well. Speaking of travel delays, so far we're not seeing any in the world of traffic. I'm watching this morning, and so far it's everything that you would expect to see. We do have one crash being reported on I-94. It's not creating any delays right now, but throughout Platteville, we're starting to see some of the yellows begin to show up. We're going to be watching that closely as we go throughout the morning.
Well, the upcoming cold stretch isn't just a risk for you, but also for your home. Here's some ways to protect your home. So keep in mind, keep your drafty doors closed and your windows. Make sure your gaps are better insulated in your home. Also, check your plumbing. Make sure your exterior wall spouts are drained and that all hoses are disconnected from your house. And finally, you can consider getting an ice rake for your roof in case of those ice jams.
Several southern Wisconsin communities have declared snow emergencies already. So far, they include Beloit, Lodi, Clinton, Marshall, Portage, Partyville, and some Prairie. You can find the details over on our website.
Within the last half hour, 20 more schools have decided to close their buildings today. Some are switching to virtual learning. Others, like Madison Public Schools, have closed buildings and canceled virtual learning. You can see the closures scrolling at the bottom of your screen. And we have an updated list at channel3000.com.
New unemployment numbers are set to come out in just a few hours. And as we've been reporting, women are being hit the worst by this recession. Some are going as far as calling it a she-session. Women held a majority of service jobs that were lost in the pandemic, like hospitality, food service, healthcare, and education. They can also face disproportionate duties at home. 4 times as many women left the workforce in the fall compared to men.
A new report shows 1 in 3 small businesses said that they don't expect to survive the pandemic without more help from the government. The Small Business Administration says almost all businesses surveyed reported applying for some form of emergency aid. The SBA survey was done in September and October.
A new lawsuit alleges Foxconn is violating its contract with the state of Wisconsin after local governments spent hundreds of millions of dollars to prepare for the project. Hintz Real Estate Development claims Foxconn is breaking its contract by failing to build a facility in Mount Pleasant. The Journal-Sentinel reports Foxconn declined to comment, saying it will continue to fulfill its financial obligations under the agreement.
House Democrats plan to pass a resolution today stripping freshman GOP Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of her committee assignments. The Georgia representative has embraced conspiracy theories. The House's top Republican, Kevin McCarthy, released a statement condemning Greene's comments, but didn't announce any formal steps to reprimand her. Greene is privately taking back some of her comments and has apologized for supporting groups like QAnon.
Most House Republicans are standing by Representative Liz Cheney this morning. They held a vote last night allowing her to keep her position as Republican conference chair. Some members are upset she had voted to impeach former President Trump last month. Before the vote, Cheney told her Republican colleagues she would not apologize for her decision.
Police still searching for the teenager suspected in last weekend's fatal mall shooting. 17-year-old Desmond Ellis is now officially charged in the shooting. According to a criminal complaint, Ellis was at the Fox Valley Mall in Grand Chute with his girlfriend when they ran into her ex-boyfriend, 19-year-old Giovanni Frausto. Witnesses say they got into an argument and then Ellis pulled out a gun, shooting and killing Frausto. One other person was injured.
Officials worry domestic terrorism could be a threat heading into Super Bowl weekend. More than 500 people from the Department of Homeland Security are assisting with security on top of NFL security, the FBI, and local police departments. The game is scheduled to be at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Sunday night. 22,000 fans have tickets.
The Wisconsin Assembly plans to vote today to end the state's mask mandate. It will have to go through one more round, though, before it would become official, and that is the state Senate. The back and forth comes after the Senate voted last week to repeal Governor Evers' emergency order. The Assembly had to delay its vote amid concerns the state could lose $50 million in federal money. Speaker Robin Vos says the Assembly will pass a fix for that problem separately.
Researchers in the UK are kicking off a study aimed at determining whether COVID vaccines that require 2 doses can be mixed and matched. British officials say if they can, might help ease vaccine shortages.
SSM Health is the latest local health care provider to expand its vaccination effort. It's now offering vaccines to anyone 65 and older. Until yesterday, it had only offered vaccines to people 75 and older. Patients in this age group will receive scheduling through their MyChart account, the mail, or email. Patients without access to those options can call one of SSM's 3 hotlines to schedule an appointment. We also have those numbers available at channel3000.com.
And as promised, I wanted to give everyone one last chance to download our app. Scan this QR code, take out your phone. Even though we're not going to be on the air anymore, we are on social media. So give that a scan, and you will be able to download the app. You can interactively track the storm with our radar. And then, of course, we post video updates as well. So grab that, download that, and stay up to date.
Be safe, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.